What up, world? Welcome to a new episode of the BrandonJaneauShow. As you know, I am BrandonJaneau, and like always on all podcast platforms, it's the BrandonJaneauShow. Clearly, um, social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok, BrandonJaneauShow as well, and of course, like always, YouTube channel, BrandonJaneauShow. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. This is Life and Times with Music, and I will be doing pretty much a top 10 list. Yes. The artist that will begin the top 10 list tonight of songs will be the one and only Bruno Mars. I just did an episode on Bruno Mars that's out right now, matter of fact, on all podcast platforms. Listen to that. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I already did his album breakdown. I just did an artist talk. I just did his artist, and now I'm doing a top 10 songs list. Hope you guys enjoy this. Here we go. So, Bruno Mars got some of my favorite music, man. He's one of the rare few artists in this industry that I think is damn near untouchable when it comes to music, man. He damn near is untouchable when it comes to music. Sometimes when he drops, and like I said on the episode that's out right now, that he's a game changer. When he drops music, it's a game changing project because he just doesn't drop anything that isn't going to make him uh, or at least make us as the fans love the music even more. So I don't know how I did it. I did 10 songs. I have no idea how I did it, but I did it. Um, some of these lists are hard as hell to do. So if you know the top 10 list, man, you know how I do it. My top 10 list is very simple and it's very easy to follow, pretty much. Um, I start at number 10 and go up all the way to number one. So I talk about why I love all of these songs, pretty much from 10 to 1, and I talk about every song and every scenario for why I love these songs. So let's get into it. So let me honorable mentions, pretty much. Excuse me. Honorable mentions for a lot of Bruno Mars songs. Just the Way You Are. Love that song. Thought it was a banger when it came out. But it did not make the list. I know people are gonna be like, wait a minute, that didn't make the list? No, it did not make the list. It did not make the list. Um, Another song that did not make the list, which is actually a feature, and I don't really like doing too many features. Um, but Billionaire with him and Travis McCoy was such a banger. Speaking of features, him and B.O.B. Nothing on You. Uh, yeah, Lighters with him and Eminem and Royce the 5'9". Mirror, which is one of my favorite Bruno Mars songs, but it's a feature and it's a Lil Wayne song, so I can't technically say that's a Bruno Mars song. It's a Bruno Mars song if he was featuring Lil Wayne, but he's not. He's on the hook, so I can't put him on in this list. Um, Also, Uptown Funk, which could have been on the list, but again, it's a feature because Mark Ronson really didn't say anything. It was just more so Mark Ronson featuring it, but I just felt like he had better songs than just Uptown Funk. I know a lot of people go crazy when I say that. Also, Finesse. I like the remix and I like the original, but Finesse is not on this list. Some people have already tuned out. So if you tuned out once, you're gonna probably tune out when I say this too. um, that's what I like. It's not on this list. I follow that song. That's what I like. That's what, I like the song. It's fire. It's always gonna be fire. But it got overplayed. And once it gets overplayed for me, it's too much, and I don't really fuck with it. Speaking of overplayed, If I Was Your Man is another one that got overplayed. Can't really fuck with it. Runaway Baby, which is another fire song. But it's not on this list. It's not on this list. And last but not least, another honorable mention that I almost just a moment ago almost put it on here, but I was like, ah, like the list that I have already, so it's not on here. Not on this list. Barely. I mean, literally just a moment ago could have been on this list, right there. Grenade. I know a lot of people go crazy when they hear me say Grenade did not make this list, but Grenade did not make this list for me personally. I love that song. I fucking love it. But when I first wrote this list, I thought of it, but I was like, eh. And then I was listening to it today, and I was like, nah, this shit is fire. But like I said, I like the list I have, and I think it's a pretty good list. So Why you have been already mad at me just a moment ago and probably was like, nigga, I'm not listening to this episode. This nigga don't even have a grenade on this motherfucker. I I get it. I totally understand. But I think you would like this list. I think. I have no idea. I am not a fucking mind reader. So let's get into it. My top 10 Bruno Mars songs. Here we go. Starting at number 10 is one song that definitely took 2000, what, 10, 11 by storm when he dropped it. And that is It Will Rain from the Twilight Saga series. Yes, I know it was a Twilight song. What the fuck? It Will Rain. A lot of people forget how great this fucking song was when he dropped this shit. This shit was every fucking where. And it's such a song that you kind of forget at the time frame, right? It's been a decade since. But this song is fucking phenomenal, man. It's an incredible song, man. Um, it's one of his best songs. Definitely one of his best written songs. And that's saying a lot because this motherfucker got bangers. But It Will Rain. When I remember when the song came out, it was around. I think it was the last Twilight. I think movie that came out. But this song solidified Bruno Mars as the top artist, one of the next top artists, and he killed it, man. That was one of the best songs he ever did. It could have moved. I could have moved it up, but I'm going to leave it at number 10 because I like number 9 just a little bit more. And that is Count on Me off Doo Wops and Hooligans. His first project, Count on Me, and everybody knows Count on Me. You can count on me like one, two, three. It's so fucking elementary. It really is elementary, but it's the best fucking elementary. It's you hear this shit in fucking elevators and shit. You're like, nah, nah. But when you actually go listen to the song, it's actually a really cool song. It's actually really decent. I actually like the song a lot. I know people will say, "What about Lazy Song?" I fuck with Lazy Song, but again, they got played out a little bit. And I know people say, "Well, Count on Me gets played out a little bit." He does, but at the same time, I think that Count on Me is such a calming song. It's soothing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a soothing, calming song. It's one of my favorite songs by him. And yeah, I like Count on Me. I know people be like over Grenade, over yes, yes, over Grenade, over yeah. I like Count on Me a little bit more than I like those other songs. That's just me. If I was gonna do a played out song, it was gonna probably be this one. At number 8, this is kind of interesting. So I usually don't like to do um duo projects. Like if an artist does a duo project or does something like with another person, I don't really like to do it. Like I said, I don't really do collaborations that much on here because it's hard to say that a collaboration was the best song you've ever done, especially if you're the person that's being featured. I don't like doing that, and I don't like doing like collaboration projects. That's very difficult, very hard. But one of my favorite songs by Bruno Mars is actually off of Silk Sonic, and that is Skate, and that is the number 8 song on my list. Skate's hard, man. I remember listening to this song and being like, man, this shit sound like some shit at roller disco in DC, like 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 some shit you used to put on in the summertime with some roller skates and just do damage. Yeah, Skate is a fire fucking song. If you never heard it, which is damn near impossible because I know everybody's heard the Silk Sonic project. Skate is one of those songs, man. It's a it's a it's a really cool summer feeling song, and I fuck with that heavy. So Skate is definitely on my list. At number 7 on this list is Treasure from Unorthodox Jukebox. Treasure fucking hard. I know I said I don't like played out songs, but this shit is hard, man. This shit was a fire fucking song. I was listening to that shit last night, and I was like, this shit's still hard, man. That nigga, yeah, that shit is fire, man. It's still fire, man. Yeah, man. I like them songs. I like the 70s, 80s type of feel with a new era type of energy. I like them types of songs. I fucking like them. I fuck with these songs. Heavy, man. It's one of my favorite songs that he's ever done. But it is because, like I said, it did get played out a lot. So I do have it at number seven. That's one of the reasons why I do have it at number seven. Um, at number six is Chunky. It's not crazy, right? Chunky from 24K Magic. Um, I fuck with that project, but Chunky's very fucking fire. If you actually listen to that whole song, again, it's a New Jack Swing kind of feel to it. I love that type of energy, man. I love those types of songs, and that's one of my favorite songs. And yeah, number six, Chunky, definitely on the list. But it just missed the top five. It just missed it. Coming in at number five. It's another song that you could say kind of got played out a lot. You forget how many songs Bruno Mars fucking got. Like this nigga got songs, and then they're not just songs. Every one of his songs kind of at one point becomes a hit. And this is one of those examples. Also off his debut album at number five, of a Doo-Wops and Hooligans, Talking to the Moon. I know people gonna say, Brandon, you said just literally you hate songs that get played out, but this song is a very cool played out song. I love this song. I can't watch certain movies because it's always in the fucking movie. But just but Talking to the Moon is so fire, man. His vocals on this song was fire. His writing of this song is crazy, man. I give Doo Wops and Hooligans probably one of my favorite debut albums of all time. It's probably one of the best debut albums of all time because of songs like this. And this is one of those examples, man. I fuck with this song heavy. It's one of my favorite songs by Bruno Mars, and it's definitely in the top five of his greatest songs ever. At number four on this list, from Unorthodox Jukebox, is the intro track, which is Young Girls. I remember hearing this song when I was young. Remember hearing this song when the album came out actually, and being like, "Yo, this song is fucking incredible." Like, I love them types of songs. Like I said, I love those types of records. And Young Girls is such a great fucking song, man. If you ever heard the song, you know what I mean. If you haven't, go listen to the project. It's literally the first fucking song off the project. It gives you that old school feel, and I fuck with that song, man. I fuck with that project. I fuck with a lot of Bruno Mars music, and that is one of my favorite songs by Bruno Mars. Um, at number three on this list is again, I don't like doing them, but when them songs are hot, I gotta do it. Also, from Silk Sonic, y'all know this song's gonna be on this fucking list. At number three, Smoking Out the Window. Come on, bro. Like, that shit was fucking legendary, bro. Like, we're not gonna play like that song wasn't fucking legendary, bro. This bitch got me paying the rent, paying for. Oh, that shit was fire. Yeah, nigga, Smoking Out the Window was that shit. I'm sorry. That shit fire, nigga. Smoking Out the Window is one of the best songs I done heard in years, man. Like that bitch was incredible, nigga. It is one of the best fucking songs. It got the fucking comedy. It's got like, but it's a fucking solid fucking song, man. And Bruno and Anderson Paak, man. I really do want them niggas to do a Silk Sonic 2. That shit would be probably the best project that has ever been done. A duo that actually fits each other. That's very fucking rare nowadays. Two people that actually fit each other. That is rare. Smoking Out the Window is definitely there. But it just missed the top two. And my top two is my personal favorite Bruno Mars songs. Just missing number one, but it's damn sure two to me personally. It's from 24K Magic, Straight Up and Down. It's literally one of my favorite songs off the project. I think it's the best song off the project, to be honest with you. Over 24K Magic, over That's What I Like, over Chunky, over Calling Out All My Lovelies, calling over Versace on the Floor. This is one of my favorite songs. It's the best song to me. It feels like the 90s. It feels like a New Jack Swing. It feels like something that people will listen to. It feels like that, man. And if you ever heard the song, you know what I mean. It's one of my favorite songs. As soon as I heard the song, I thought it was one of his best songs he ever wrote. It just feels like that, man. Straight Up and Down is one of my favorite songs that he's ever done. Um, and it's damn sure one of the best songs I've heard in years. So yeah, but it is not number one, and coming in at number one is also from his debut project, Doo Wops and Hooligans, and one of my favorite Bruno Mars songs, probably one of my favorite songs ever. If you heard the episode today, you know what I mean already. You know where I'm about to go with this. At number one, Liquor Store Blues featuring Damian Marley. I said this on the episode I just did for Bruno Mars, but I'll say it again right here. This song right here is one of my favorite Bruno Mars songs. One of my favorite songs that he's ever done, and probably one of my favorite songs ever. The reggae feeling of this song, the fact this was the song that I realized Bruno Mars isn't just this pop guy. He's going to be he can switch up the rhythm of the music at any moment. He could change the landscape of music when he feels like it. This man got on this song Liquor Store Blues. I remember I had to go watch the video just recently on YouTube just to remember how crazy this video was when I first watched it. The respect of the reggae feel was legendary. The man is a beast, and this was one of my favorite songs. The moment I heard it, still is to this day. It is number one for me. Damian Marley killed this song. It was a perfect fucking song. It's one of the best songs I've ever heard, and still to this day, I don't think anything touches this song for me personally that he's dropped. It's fucking fantastic. It's one of the best songs. I literally think it's like I said, it's one of my favorite songs that I've ever heard. Like, and still to this day, Liquor Store Blues is my shit, and it will always probably be my shit. And at the end of it, it is on this list, and it is number one on this list. So let's go back through it. So number one is Liquor Store Blues from Doo Wops and Hooligans. At number two is Straight Up and Down from 24K Magic. Number three, Smoking Out the Windows from Silk Sonic. Number four, Young Girls from Unorthodox Jukebox. Number five, Target to the Moon from Doo Wops and Hooligans. Number six is Chunky from 24K Magic. Number seven is Treasure from Unorthodox Jukebox. Number eight is Skate from Silk Sonic. Number nine is Count on Me from Unorthodox Jukebox. Oh, no, 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 Doo Wops and Hooligans. And number 10 is It Will Rain from Break of Dawn Part 2 Twilight. So yeah, those are my top 10 favorite songs. Coming up, the next top 10 list will be Travis Scott. That one was actually harder than I thought. No, it wasn't actually that hard. It wasn't that hard at all, actually. I actually did that was pretty easy. But I'm gonna create some controversy anyway. That's coming soon. Until then, I'm Brandon Janeau. Peace. Go listen to some Bruno Mars, goddammit. Peace.